whatever budget you make, it will be based on crossing your fingers and hoping. There are many uncertainties. We will get a spring upward in 2021. So let's say you say 5% fiscal deficit in 2021, and after that you glide down towards 3%. I think we need to have a new committee to take a total look at all these fiscal targets. Please do not make any relaxation of the income tax. We have sold out to the lower middle class. On the spending side, absolutely, even more infrastructure. Right now, there are so many uncertainties that whatever budget you make, it will be based on crossing your fingers and hoping. When we do not possibly know what is the future evolution of COVID. Will it come back again? Will we get a vaccine quickly? Will people react quickly? Will the whole world come back? Will world GDP go up? Will world trade revive? What will happen to international? We don't know of any of these issues. There are many uncertainties. So whatever we do, you cross your fingers and hope. I'm an optimist. I personally believe that because of this huge fall that we've had in 2020, from this low base, we will get a spring upward in 2021. Whether we can then sustain it in 2022, 23, that becomes a separate matter. But I am personally convinced that 2021, there will be a big spring up from this very low position. So for the budget, what do we say? I wouldn't be surprised if we assume a GDP growth of 10-11%. I think it could be easily that much, with a corresponding revival of revenue. Fiscal deficit this year, whatever you budgeted for is completely meaningless. I think the actual figure, if you don't do any fudging, will be at least 8% of GDP. More than double of what you thought you were going to do. And there is no getting away from it because of the COVID crisis. So what can you do in the coming budget? I mean, you can't go down to 3% just overnight. So I would say in the coming budget, you try to get it down to, I don't know, maybe about 5%. And then say after that, because, you're going to have a big jump in revenue in 2021 because of the revival of the economy. So let's say you say 5% the fiscal deficit in 2021, and after that you glide down towards 3%. But please, I think we need to have a new committee to take a total look at all these fiscal targets. Because globally, these fiscal targets today are being abandoned as nonsensical. If you remember when the Maastricht Treaty was signed for the European Union to form them, they said maximum fiscal deficit will be 3% and national debt not more than 60% of GDP. Today, all those countries have fiscal deficit of 10, 12, 15% of GDP. And many of those countries have a debt to GDP of 100, 120%, 130%. Now, the truth is that all of this depends on what is the rate of interest. At a low rate of interest, I can afford to borrow any amount. Because, I mean, if my interest payment, as in some countries like Germany, is zero, I can borrow any amount I want. And, if there is no interest payment, what is the problem in servicing my debt? So we need a new committee to go into this. Mr. Jason Furman, who was an advisor of Obama at one point of time, he said, forget all these other things. Say that the new fiscal target should be that government interest payments should not exceed 1.5% of GDP. So this would be a completely new approach to fiscal targeting. So I think, we need a new committee to have a completely new approach to fiscal targeting. That is the big picture. Individually, I would say, if you want to bring down the fiscal deficit, please do not make any relaxation of the income tax rates. Already, our income tax exemption rate relative to our GDP is one of the highest in the world. We have sold out to the lower middle class. They're getting an extraordinarily good deal. So please don't make any change. You've already cut your corporate tax. Please don't make any change in that. On the spending side, Nirmala Sitharaman has been saying infrastructure. I can only add absolutely even more infrastructure. Because this is an expensive item. And I don't know how long interest rates will remain as low as they are, either in India or in the rest of the world. So go ahead and borrow and invest in this infrastructure in a very big way. I would say that's an important priority. Over and above that, You mentioned the farmers. So I would say you have a big bonus for the Rabi crop. I mean, you have to buy them out in some way. So over and above the normal procurement price, you provide for a large bonus. For that, or as Ashok Gulati says, if you say we are going to restructure Punjab's agriculture and have MSPs and investment in new crops, by all means provide for that. I mean, all of this is an important, it may not be a large sum of money, but in terms of facing up to the current problems, facing up to that farmers issue, I think is extremely important. What do you do about your chosen 10 sectors for saying I'm going to have production linked incentives to create massive centers in India? Now, in many of these cases, if the value added is 6% and you give a 6% bonus as well, you're in effect giving him 100% subsidy. So, to me, this is too much. On top of this, all of these guys are going to say that for electronics, you gave tariff protection of 10 to 20%. You can now give me tariff protection of 10 to 20% in all these items. So she's going to be under enormous pressure for protectionism. And I would say, look, I know the pressure you will have to give way here and there. But for heaven's sake, to the maximum extent possible, please don't give in. Because it's all very well to say I'm giving these things only for 5 years. You're really telling me that at the end of 5 years, I have a 20% import tariff and 6% production-linked incentive. And suddenly I said, we are going to come down to zero in the 6th year. Will it happen in a democracy? It will not happen. So, I mean, you need to change the whole scheme and say, it rises to the 3rd year and then begins to taper off and give it time to go out. But please don't add very, very high tariffs over and above the production-linked incentive. That is what I would say for this Atmanirbhar extension that they've thought of. So I hope these are the key points in the budget.